Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited because literally I just got something in that I was so on the fence about this, and then I just realized that there are two colors in here that I do not have in my collection, if you can believe that. So had to order it. Super Granulation Volcano. This is going to be so much fun. I've been doing a lot of swatching on this channel of super granulating Schmincke, how to use them and how to change them into colors, like custom colors, how to enhance the colors. So I'm really excited about these because the Volcano set I do not have, and I realize I do tend to have a ton of blues and really no yellows that are granulating. So the Volcano yellow comes with a Volcano yellow, which is PY 159, which is a super granulating yellow that I just did not know about, and I don't know why I didn't. So I'm really excited to swatch this and see what kind of things I can do with it. Then it's got Volcano orange, which is actually made of the PY 159 plus Volcano red. So there's two single pigment colors here. The Volcano red is PR 108, which is another color I do not have. So basically, they pre-mixed it and you get this nice orange. Then the violet, which is going to be really interesting to see, is the PR 108, which is the red again, mixed with cobalt violet hue, which is PV 62. And that is a really beautiful, beautiful color on its own. I've actually used that quite often. So that'll be interesting to see. And then, so this is a mix. And then Volcano brown. I'm not a big brown person, but you can always use a great brown, right? So this will be really fun to see this one. And this is PR 108 mixed with, which is Volcano red, mixed with PBK 11, which is usually what they use in these browns, depending on what set you got. So I am so excited. So I thought really what we would do is we'll swatch them. Can't wait to see them. I'm going to fill some pans, and we will also just give you a quick little lesson on how to make colors your own. Like if you get one of these sets and you don't love the colors, then maybe you can just slightly alter them to make them your own using colors that you have. Because I talk to my students all the time in the watercolor classes, and many of them will say they have a lot of colors, but some of them they just don't use. And so they end up with, all these watercolors that go to waste. And I said, well, why are you doing that? And they're like, because I have my favorites. And I'm like, well, yeah, you have your favorites, but all of these colors can be mixed together to make other colors. So before you buy new colors, mix what you have together and start like getting to know them better, because they each have these amazing properties, right? And by the way, I have a new course launching. I'll link it up in the bio description. It is a watercolor floral for beginners course, and it does everything from teaching you how to do these X-ray versions of flowers to working with transparent layers, and like some details, leaves. I just love the transparent flowers. I think they're so cool. They really are so pretty. But it also teaches you how to create like these layered pieces, which are really, really fun, So you can even make these into cards and, giveaway art for someone, or sell them, make prints out of them, whatever you love. But lots of different styles. There's over 30 demonstrations in this class. And if you sign up, before the course launches, and it launches on October 30th, then you can get a discount, which I always do for my group members whenever I'm starting a new course. But this course is flowers, so literally it's going to start with a ton of flowers, and I will probably add some additional samples as I get them done to the course. So it is going to have so many goodies in that one. And there's also one just for a beginner's, like entire beginner's course. So if you're really, really a beginner and you're so lost, then start with the sketchbook course, because that's a great one to learn about paint and brushes and how to use them and, you know, all those great things. Okay, so let's just start to open them. It's amazing how there's like a label underneath the label, but I'm not going to bother with that. I'm so excited to try this one because I'm a yellow fan. As usual, completely overstuffed, and that is amazing. Let me put it in the right one. Yeah, Volcano yellow. Ooh. So to fill my pans, I always start in the corners and kind of let it push in, and then I work that way. This is very, very juicy. It looks like also there's a little bit of binder that is kind of loose in the yellow. It's probably just part of the formula. So while we're here, you can cure that in so many ways. You can literally take a pin or a stick or your spatula or whatever it is that you have, or a very, very small brush, unless you want a brush full of paint, or maybe the first time you use it to get paint on your brush, just stir it all up. And if you find that it's kind of consistent throughout, in that it's just from sitting, it's just the way watercolor sometimes does. It separates a little bit from the binder, but it goes right back together. So that is not an unusual event. It's not an unusual occurrence at all. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Okay. So I'm just going to smear it right there. Literally after work right now, and I'm exhausted, and here I am. I couldn't not open these. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I know you know. So let's take a look. This is Mass Tone right out of the box. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. See, I'm a big Nickel Azo yellow fan, and this kind of reminds me of that. Beautiful. I'm going to get a lot more. Let's see what happens. So it's got this incredible, it's so different than anything I have. It's got this transparent, this gorgeous transparency. Oh, you know I want to throw it into a transparent flower like right now. That is something else. Okay, let's just, out of curiosity, I'm going to just do this. Hang on. I have to see what it would do if we start to paint a transparent flower with this, because aren't you just curious? Let's see. I didn't really check to see if it's staining, non-staining, but we're going to find out right now how it is. So I'm just going to let this sit for a second and try and get a nice transparent layer out of it. Would be fun. I always try colors, you know, starting from the palest into just something a little bit more. Ooh, it's nice. I like it. It doesn't, it makes nice, really, really nice light layers, and that's beautiful. And no doubt granulating layers, right? Because it's a super granulating color. I wonder if it's a single granulating color. Do they call it super granulating? Because technically, I thought super granulating meant there were two granulating colors mixed together, but I don't know. That's just me. Okay, next one. Volcano red. So this is the other pure pigment that we have here. Am I close enough for you guys to see? How about that? A little bit more little bit closer. Ooh, that's really close. That's looking good. I just got a new light for my table and I absolutely love this thing. It's so cute. Here, wait. I don't know if you can see it. Look. See it? It's bendable and it's this really beautiful modern white light that attaches to the table. I have been updating the studio for a little time. And so I got like new tabletops and mostly expanded the desktops so that everything's larger. Oof. Now that red looks amazing. So far it looks like the color, like the yellow, wants to be light. And then I'll bet you can just take it and just keep building on it. You know what I mean? That's what it looks like to me. Where a lot of my yellows, like nickel azo yellow, the mass tone is very dark and almost gold. But this stays that yellow, but it really, really doesn't want to be this color. It wants to be this beautiful bright yellow, which is fun. It's really fun. Let me see if you guys can see how pretty it is. Look at how pretty it is. It's not really fluorescent. It doesn't have like a green quality. I don't know if it's showing green, and that could be the new light. Let me see. My new light actually, wait, I thought it had colors. Oh, it does. See how it has different colors? Maybe that gives you, nope. I'm not really sure. I think the bright white light is better. Oh, this red's cool. Okay, so mass tone. Oh, I did the red before the orange, but that's okay. I wanted to get right into the mass tones of the single pigment colors. So this almost has a tomato quality to it. Oh, it does granulate. Look at that. So as always, as you start to add water, it encourages the granulation. Just get some more paint on your brush. Actually, this red granulates very quickly and very easily. The yellow's a little harder to see, the granulation, you know? But this one, very cool. So I really hope you'll come and take the floral class. There's lots to teach in that class. You are going to have a ball. I mean, you're basically going to become a professional watercolor floral artist. You can do cards for your friends, and that's the perfect time too, because we're coming up on Christmas, so you're going to need Christmas cards. And I'm going to teach you how to really just do so many beautiful styles that will just wow your friends. I really like this. This is pretty. That granulating red is so cool. That's nice. Lovely. Okay, let's get the orange. I like this a lot more than I thought I would. I don't know why I was so on the fence about it, because it is quite beautiful for sure. You notice I'm slowly but surely developing some flowers over here. So you can see how these paint. Okay, so if your paint comes out like that, you can either stir it inside of here, or what I would recommend is put the lid back on, because certain paints, it's not that something's really wrong with them. Certain paints, just the formulas will do that. And we already know that the yellow likes to fight with its binder. I mean, I can see it's already kind of fighting with its binder as it dries. So if that's the case, then I'm just going to kind of move this around in here a little bit. And then you can take something like a thin piece of metal and go in there and stir it. Or you can put a bunch in a pan and stir it up like I did. I mean, it's just, it's binder and paint. Typically, they don't separate, typically they won't separate this much, but this is pretty dramatic separation. You can also contact Jackson's is really good. I get everything at Jackson's. So if you find something separating a lot and it's not going back together, or it looks odd, or it's not acting like it should, you can always call them and they will replace it for you. But I mean, if you've ever made paint, there's not too much that you can't get past. You know what I mean? It's nice. It's actually got a nice amount of play in that paint right now because of the binder. Because a lot of the binder came out into the formula, and it's quite nice. A little sticky. Okay, so let's paint our orange. So the orange is very, very much like the red, and it is made of the red, right? The orange color is made of the yellow pigment and the red pigment. So they just have put it together. So this is, in my case, one of those colors that is really, really a beautiful double granulating color, right? So this is a super granulating color, and I do love it. It's really nice, but it's not my favorite. So I say we doctor that one up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to doctor it up in here. So one of the ways to do it is, so say I start developing little petals. Now we've got orange. So what's it made of? It's made of the PY 159 and the red. So when you have red and yellow, it makes orange. So we can take this in two directions. We can take it and make it a little more cool, or we can make it a little more red, And so why don't we try two different things? Why not? If you're in doubt, why not try two different things? So I'm going to pull out my set from Schmincke, and I'm going to get the Scarlet. Scarlet is a beautiful red, one of my favorite reds. So I have a favorite red here, and we have our orange that it's just okay, but it's granulating, and my favorite red is not granulating. So let's see what happens when I start to blend in my favorite red into my not so favorite orange, but I like the granulation in it, and I like the formula of it. So now I've got a beautiful super granulating, much, much nicer red. And as I started this video, I was telling you, you're never really stuck with Schmincke watercolors, or any watercolor really, because all you have to do is just put them together and enhance the colors you do not like to make them colors that you do like. And that's how it's done, right? So now I have this really beautiful, it's a more of a red tone, and I really, really love it. You know what I mean? It's really pretty. Now, if you want to go more orange, then let's take Cad Yellow. Hello. And we're going to add some cad yellow to this nifty orange brew. And so now I've got more gold orange. So if you're an earth tone lover and you like Quinn Golds, well, now you can basically take that entire tube, mix it with cad yellow, and you've got this beautiful, just, it's really a luscious gold, and it's granulating, heavily granulating. I mean, look at it breaking up. It's looking good. See the granulation? See how that red comes through? You have no idea how cool this is. And you've got a color there that nobody else has. No one else. Then I'm going to use some of this in here and just that's so cool. I love it. It's beautiful. So pretty. Okay, look at that. So I've made this gorgeous gold color from the Pyrrole orange, or not Pyrrole orange, I'm sorry, Volcano orange, and adding a little cad yellow. And then I made this more red color by adding a little scarlet to my orange. And we've got this beautiful, now like super granulating orange, and I can go, you know, a little more deep with it. I can go a little more red with it. But look at how granulating it is and how lovely it is. It's so, so pretty. So it doesn't have to remain that orange color. You can get it a lot deeper, and you can do a lot of fun things with it. Let me get more on my brush. So I'm just kind of mixing up some of this on paper. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, I could just sit here and kind of enhance the colors and play with them. Okay. So lovely. So now I can take this, I can take a little bit of the red, and I need a little more room here. And I feel like I've just made this just even so much prettier as far as coloring, you know? Okay, we're going to let that dry. Let those layers just dry a little bit. Just taking a little more of the scarlet and kind of enhancing the butterfly. It's a beautiful little rough petal flower there. Okay, so let's go back to swatching out our colors. So that was a good lesson, just really quick on one, mixing, and altering the colors that you're not like that crazy about to get something that you're really crazy about. You know, like this is beautiful. I love this color. It's so, so pretty when it's mixed with, and look at what's happening to it. When it's mixed with the cad yellow, you got the brightness of the two yellows and a little bit of the red. So this is the violet. which I'm interested to see what's in there. The reason why I'm putting them in pans is I find that I can get to the bottom of the granulation a little bit better. So I'm just going to stir it up a little bit because I want a nice sampling. So we'll see. Oh, the violet's a really, really nice shade. Oh, they got a nice mix on the violet. I like it. Yeah, the violet's a beautiful mix. That's a really pretty color. And it's already granulating. I think it's because they put the cobalt violet hue in there. So, of course, we're going to love it because it's going to, some of those sassy little cobalt colors, the cobalt hues, it's going to give us some of that blue undertone, you know. So pretty. Yeah, that's really pretty. So we're good there. Love that color. It's really nice. We can even enhance it a little bit with a little bit more cobalt violet hue. And the last one is the brown. So the brown is a lot thicker because of the PBK 11. So you can see the other ones were very, very like liquid, luminous. They're very soft, and this is a very, like a much harder color. And the reason why is, like I said, it's that Mars Black is just a lot thicker formula. So if you find that some of these are thicker than others, they're supposed to be. It's okay. It's just the nature of the pigment. So what I'm looking for in here is the separation of the red, like we saw down here when I did this. So usually to add water, it'll start to loosen the particles. Oh, I'm seeing it. It's coming. So I see it. It starts to separate. Can you see it start to separate? It's like it's right there. And then if I just kind of mess it up a little bit with some water. You can also, you don't have to create a water line. You can actually just blend this way. And as you move the paint, the top layer, which is the more black layer, it will give way to some of the red and you'll see it more. I find that working in transparent layers of these shows off the color even so much more. But at the same time, it's kind of fun to have a little bit of the mass tone. Can you see it though? I can see it now. It's starting to come out. And that granulation is starting to get really heavy. I think the beauty is that all of these are so granulating. And even like this color that I created with the cad yellow, having that granulation is so cool. It's like something so different. And then getting some granulation in a scarlet is really fun too. So those are really nice. I am very happy with these. These are beautiful. So things you can do with like the Mars Black is you can easily add a little bit more of the red to it. So if you take the brown, and then take a touch of scarlet. You get that beautiful wine. See that beautiful wine color going into the brown. So that's one thing you can do. You can also take this volcano brown, kind of dilute it, and push it along the paper a little bit. Then take the volcano violet and start bringing in some of the violet, because what you're really doing is you're taking the volcano red, like 2 parts of volcano red, 1 part Mars black, and 1 part cobalt violet hue, just by mixing these together, and you're getting more of that like really like violet wine color, and it's super, super pretty. See how pretty that is? So don't forget to try and mix these together, and then, you know, bring in a cad yellow, a scarlet. You can even bring in a hang on, manganese violet. Can bring this one in too, because this is super granulating, and it's got a beautiful, beautiful undertone. So you can pick up the cobalt violet hues by, and I know you'd be like, what, really? Yep, you can. So if I start to blend in the volcano violet, it is going to give you the coolest purples, like kind of rosy wines to purples. Can you see them? Like imperial colors. Really, really pretty. Shockingly beautiful. And that's with manganese violet. And then if you, I know I can like keep going with this all day, and I'm literally out of spots, but I'm going to take this one and put it here, because I want you to see what happens if you add cobalt. So this is cobalt violet hue, and I actually have more cobalt violet hue right here. So if I want to add more cobalt violet hue, just re-wetting it. This is the base color here. So you can go right in there with it and even just get another shade, get more of that cobalt violet hue. Or one more little sample here. Just grab this color. I'm mixing in a little bit of cobalt, just plain cobalt blue. So you can see this, the red really is incredible. I mean, pretty much anything I mix over this red, that red's going to attach to the paper, it looks like. And what's going to happen is you can literally peel back the layer. Can you see that? You can peel back the colors from the top. It's too blurry. To reveal the red. So you can either use the red, the volcano red, underneath a color and mix them together. The volcano red seems to want to attach to the paper really quickly. So then you can go back and like kind of move the pigment that's on the top, a little water and a brush, and you'll end up with some pretty interesting granulation. Or you can just go ahead and mix it in with other things, and you know, and you get like super, super granulating colors. But look at how cool these are drying. They look really, really neat. They're very interesting. Pretty, huh? Yeah, really cool. So like actually all of those just feel like just enhanced, amped up versions of the volcano colors, and it would make a really cool volcano actually. Okay, so that's my volcanic eruption video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you learned a little bit more about color. Come take one of my classes. I would love to see you over there. JacquelineJacks.com. Look for the class section, and or just follow the link in the bio. And don't forget to come and join our group page, because we definitely share your projects and talk about them and hang out in the group. It's fun. All right. This is a positive. I really like having these colors. I love having that volcano red and that volcano yellow. And I'm really glad that I got a set, because I love these two, and I was able to make something out of the orange that I'm really excited to use. But alone, that orange dried really nicely anyway. It's kind of like a burnt color. It's pretty. So, positive review of Volcanic set in the Schmincke Hordem super granulating colors. Bye guys, see you later.